The oilbirds, locally known as the guácharo, are birds found in the northern areas of South America, nesting in colonies in caves. They are nocturnal feeders on the fruits of the oil palm and tropical laurels. They are the only nocturnal flying fruit-eating birds in the world. They forage at night, with specially adapted eyesight. However, they navigate by echolocation in the same way as bats, and are one of the few kinds of birds known to do so. They produce a high-pitched clicking sound of around 2 kHz that is audible to humans. Description: this is a large, slim bird at 40 to 49 centimeters, with a wingspan of 95 centimeters. It has a flattened, powerfully hooked bill surrounded by deep chestnut rictal bristles up to 5 centimeters long. The adult weighs 350 to 475 grams, but the chicks can weigh considerably more, at up to 600 grams, when the parents feed them a good deal of fruit before they fly. The oilbird is mainly reddish-brown with white spots on the nape and wings. Lower parts are cinnamon buff spotted with white. The stiff tail feathers are a rich brown spotted with white on either side. The feet are small and almost useless, other than for clinging to vertical surfaces. The long wings make it capable of hovering and twisting flight, which enables it to navigate through restricted areas of its caves. Taxonomy and etymology. Oilbirds are related to the nightjars and usually placed with these in the order Caprimulgiformes. However, the nightjars and the relatives are insectivores while the oilbird is a specialist fructivore, and it is sufficiently distinctive to be placed in a family and suborder of its own. Some research indicates that it should even be considered a distinct order. The carapensis of the binomial name means of caripe, and stetornis means fat bird, in reference to the fatness of the chicks. The oilbird is called a guácharo ateo in Spanish, both terms being of indigenous origin. In Trinidad it was sometimes called diablatin, presumably referring to its loud cries, which have been likened to those of tortured men. The common name, oilbird, comes from the fact that in the past chicks were captured and boiled down in order to make oil. Distribution and habitat. The oilbird ranges from Guyana and the island of Trinidad to Venezuela, Colombia, Ecuador, Peru, Bolivia and Brazil in forests and woodlands with caves. It is a seasonal migrant, moving from its breeding caves in search of fruit trees. It has occurred as a rare vagrant to Costa Rica, Panama and Aruba. The Guácharo Cave, in the mountainous Caribe district of northern Minagas, Venezuela, is where Alexander von Humboldt first studied the species' behavior. Oilbirds are nocturnal. During the day the birds rest on cave ledges and leave to find the food at night. Although they have specially adapted vision to forage by sight, they are the only birds known to navigate by echolocation in sufficiently poor light conditions, using a series of sharp audible clicks for this purpose. They also produce a variety of harsh screams while in their caves. Entering a cave with a light especially provokes these raucous calls. They also may be heard as the birds prepare to emerge from a cave at dusk. Breeding oilbirds are colonial cave nesters. The nest is a heap of droppings, usually above water, either a stream of the sea, on which 2 to 4 glossy white eggs are laid which soon become stained brown. These are rounded but with a distinctly pointed smaller end, an average 41.2 mm by 33.2 mm. The squabs become very fat before fledgling, weighing up to half again as much as the adult birds do. Status and conservation. The Guácharo Cave was Venezuela's first national monument, and is the centerpiece of a national park. According to some estimates, there may be 15,000 or more birds living there. Colombia also has a national park named after its Cueva de los Guácharos, near the southern border with Ecuador. Oilbirds have been reported in various other places along the Andean mountain chain, including near Ecuador Horse Quavered are Los Daos in Brazil. They are known to dwell as far south as the Carrasco National Park in Bolivia. Dunstan Cave, at the Asher Wright Nature Center in Trinidad, is home to about 200 nesting pairs.